tyrant that is doing these things to the people. So in Cuba, there was a tyrant called Batista. In South Africa, there was a man called Botha and the Nationalist Party. In the Soviet Union, there was the empire. There has to be a symbol of somebody doing something to the people. If you don't give this opposition that symbolic nature, you will not be able to gather enough people, organize them, and mobilize them towards a goal. There must be somebody to be removed. There must be a system to be removed but symbolized by that somebody. Right now, it is Ruto. That is why I am reluctant to extend this to anybody else, because you have to identify this enemy in a singular manner. That enemy encapsulates everything bad about that system. So when we were fighting against one-party rule by KANU, it was Moi. But Moism was not about Moi the person. It was about what he represented. So I want to finish with Cabral. The material conditions of the people, the conditions under which the people live, is what must inform the struggle, not theory. So it's not the theory of revolution that is going to inform this struggle as such. This is my only disagreement with, or differing perspective with Steve Amenya. That in the end, the hunger that the Kenyans feel because of insecurity, food insecurity, the pain that you feel because you've been abducted and tortured, or the pain that you feel because your relative or friends or whatever are being murdered, the pain that you feel because of the economic conditions that Ruto has imposed on Kenyans, and the insecurity, you don't know when you are going to be kidnapped, and the state of complete lawlessness, where the constitution doesn't matter, the rule of law doesn't matter. These are the things that must inform the struggle, so that we take it from the theoretical and what people may say, things you can't touch, to the tangible. The movement must be organized around tangible things, so that when you talk to the people, they can relate to it. Otherwise, it will become just an academic exercise that the educated engage in, people who have read about revolutions, and then Kenyans will be disconnected to this thing. And without anger, if people are not angry towards the system that exists, and you want to make them angry because of some theory, they will not come. They will not join you. So we must give examples that exist today in Kenya. That's my contribution so far. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Terry. I just want to underline by giving an example around the June 25th demonstration. On the 26th, the president really even came out to threaten the citizens. And that was really the first time that a sitting president came out and threatened, used the power of the president to even call them names. And so we had a space after that, and because I'd never seen such display of power, there was an imbalance, absolute imbalance. But the youths I was talking to in the space, because I was telling them, the guy just got out and threatened you guys. So are you sure you still want to go there? The answer was, March, we are going out there. We are living there. It doesn't matter whether they kill us on the street or we die at home. We're going there. They were actually fearless due to their needs. And so that, the point I just wanted to underline, what the Terry is saying, that the needs must be clear, and what is making people push must be something that they relate to. Thanks for that, and thanks to both the Terry and Steve Amenya. We move to Muthiora. I hope I'm not butchering your name. And so that we don't have a situation whereby some people do not get to talk, let's try to restrict it to 3 minutes each. Over to you, Muthiora.
Well, thank you very much, Marge, and all who are congregated here today. It's a pleasure to reconnect with people who believe that a better Kenya is possible within an arm's length, because that's where most of us believe we are. And we have.
I can't hear Muthiora well. I don't know if everybody else is having the problem.
Yeah. He's struggling with the network. Let's try to give him some seconds to see if it improves. Muthiora, try again. Your network is a little bit yeah.
You're not able to hear me?
We can hear you, but there's some feedback coming through. Just try again. Otherwise, you can just log out and come back in, and then I'll put you through again. Just try.
Okay, smart. I'll do that.
Okay, let's have Muthiora come back again. Josephine, Godfather, in that order, 3 minutes each.
Thank you so much, and thank you for hosting this space. Thank you, Daktari, for giving us this this strength and keeping on encouraging us to move forward. Also, I want to appreciate Mr. Steve. I've just heard what you have been sharing. It's worth it, and we need to stand for ourselves. I want to bring this clearly. I think if I had it clearly, we need to start reading between the lines. Because by Mr. Kithure Kindiki being awarded the position of the deputy president, actually it came with an insult, and actually, if we were keen enough, President Ruto decided to throw the gadget of the killing to Miguna, to Mr. Kithure Kindiki. If everybody had it well, he said that to Wameru, huwa ukimwambia akakate mtu huwa anakata, then anakuja kukwambia kwa nini nilimkata. So actually what he was trying to tell us, in other words, he sent him to go and kill the Gen Zs, and then now he comes later to us, and it's like he's awarding him for that. That's how I captured it myself. Another thing is that I don't even understand why we keep on pushing and thinking that we have members of parliament, while when we invented the parliament and we took back our powers, and the MPs in office right now, I would say they are controversial, because that's why they are passing their own things and bringing their own things in the parliament, not the things for the citizens. What am I saying? I am sure Dr. Miguna, what he's saying is something very important that can help us. And I've been trying to articulate this, saying, can we gather together any information that you have? Because we are only talking, but we do not have any written document, which we can stand against and put it before and say, these are our complaints as citizens of Kenya, why we are saying Ruto doesn't deserve to be our president. And upon doing that, once we capture everything, we will be having very many opportunities to present ourselves and our grievances, which are properly articulated and properly written, whereby we shall unhook ourselves. In a revolution, you can use any dimension, but by the end of the day, the key goal is actually getting what we want. And that's my prayer. I want to appreciate, and Dr. Miguna, I'll be speaking to you in your DM, and I want to ask a few questions. Then from there, I can also get a direction on what I'm doing way forward. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Josephine. I would like to say that I'm very keen on mental health and prevention. So I did not. Muthiora, you dropped. Let me try to add you, because actually it's yours. So I will not. I'd like to really just pass that question or the comment you stated that was apparently made by the president. I stopped listening to him directly after he threatened Kenyans. I said that this is not something I just need to do. I can respect myself. So what I do is probably just read the reported speech later. So that I would leave for somebody to chime on in later. But as we move forward, let's talk about solutions too. Muthiora, over to you.
Well, thanks for having me back again, Marge, and for the patience of all me. So I have a few things to say, and that is we have been in touch with most of the leading voices who came out during the Gen protest, and I wish to sit here so all can know that Kenyans have still been active, even though we, in a way, left it. We have active social movements which have been conducting civic education, political education, and just basically trying to raise the awareness of the people. There is a coalition of social movements that goes by the name of National Coalition of the People's Assemblies, and the document that has brought these coalitions together has been one with a minimum program that agrees as to why Ruto must go. And there are 13 reasons that these member organizations, and amongst reasons, ranking top is one thing that indicts Kithure Kindiki's appointment to be as deputy president, which is he went out there and killed innocent Kenyans who were just agitating for accountability and good governance for their country. So, yes, we do not have the energy where it was back in June, but then Kenyans have not given up, even though they are not in the streets. They are trying to get more people to understand why we must all engage. So let us all focus